outstretch across a silent West Virginia road leading to the Sodder farmhouse. Smoke curls from beneath the porch and embers glow amid the pitch-black void. 5 children vanished without leaving a footprint. Tonight, we follow faint, ghostly footsteps through Appalachian morning, hunting the questions still crackling in the frost. Buckle your nerves, this fire still smolders. At precisely 8:30 p.m., firelight danced in the windows as George and Jenny Sodder tucked their 9 kids into bed, carols echoing through wooden halls. Suddenly, a spark, a crack, a roaring inferno. Jenny's scream shattered the cozy hush. George burst into the hallway just as electric wires tore open and flames erupted. 4 children bolted into the icy night air. Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny Jr., and little Betty never answered the call. By dawn, church bells tolled over charred timbers and blackened rubble. Neighbors formed a grim chain, sifting through smoking debris, hoping for a miracle. But no bones appeared, no ashes of the 5. Official investigators, wearing grim expressions, claimed that the inferno incinerated all traces. Yet George clutched a scorched teddy bear, shaking with disbelief. "My children didn't just vanish into fire," he murmured, voice cracking like dry twigs. The Sodders were pillars of Fayetteville, Italian immigrants whose kindness was legendary. George's family bus line threaded mountain curves. Jenny's homemade fruitcakes nourished dozens of hungry neighbors. Their children's laughter was as bright as church bells on Easter morning until fate snuffed out that joy in an instant. Skeptics nod to faulty wiring, but look closer. The chimney stands intact. How could flames consume entire bedrooms without toppling bricks? Phone wires, once reliable, were twisted beyond recognition. Sabotage or chance? Whispers drifted like smoke. A hired arsonist paid by local crime bosses? Or worse, a shadowy van idling at the hilltop, engines rumbling, waiting for 5 young passengers. Weeks skitter by like leaves in the wind, and the town's hush cracks with rumors. A woman in outdated attire, eyes wet, patrols the ruins at dusk. Tree branches bear the imprint of a small hand pressing against bark. "Hush, hear that?" A child's voice cries, "Mama," swallowed by the pines. Each account clashes with official reports, which ended as abruptly as the children's lives. Christmas Eve returns each year, and the old farmhouse breathes restless sighs. Lights flicker in the attic when storm clouds gather. Footsteps tap across empty floors where laughter once rang. Dare to linger by the window at midnight, and you might hear phantom giggles weaving through the hollers. George refused to bow to despair. He raised a towering billboard in New York's Times Square, "Missing. Have you seen these children?" Illuminated against Manhattan's neon jungle. Hints led him from jazz clubs in New Orleans, where patrons swore they spotted a boy in pinstripe suit, to hollows so remote that only owls bore witness. Jenny, undeterred, scoured morgues from Charlotte to Chicago, clutching faded ID cards and rumored photographs. Decades trickled past like icy creek water. In 1967, a tattered photo washed up in New Mexico, a young boy at a train station, face blurred, yet his eyes glowed with a Sodder-like defiance. Authorities dismissed it as mischief. The family saw a fragment of hope. Jenny passed in 1989, still clutching that photograph like a prayer card, her heart aflame with longing. George followed her in 1974. Never securing the truth, he chased through halfway houses and field shelters. Their daughters carried the torch, erecting small memorials at the ruins, stones stacked like whispered prayers. Today, the Sodder farmhouse stands silent, a private residence cloaked in legends. No bones mark the spot, no confessions stain the record. The world marches forward, cars speeding past the ridge road as if drawn by unseen magnets. So we return to that frozen night. Arson, abduction, or something darker? How do 5 bright souls vanish without a trace, swallowed by shadows and smoke? Appalachia holds its secrets tight, but each Christmas Eve, if you listen closely, you'll hear distant echoes. The patter of little feet, the hush of a lullaby, 5 silhouettes dancing in ember light. Have you ever glimpsed a flicker of movement in an empty room? Felt a child's breath on your neck in the dead of night? Share your story in the comments, because some flames never die, and the questions they raise burn on across generations.